organization, which of course is able to even exist because they defamed UNRWA. They starved Palestinians for months. Shut up. They've starved Palestinians for months. And then, as the Palestinians are desperate for food, they lure them in with this Gaza Humanitarian Foundation and shoot at them. Upward of 200 people since late May have been shot at and killed by Israeli soldiers. Do not forget that. That's the heart of this story. And let's not forget about the 232 journalists in Gaza that have been slaughtered by the IDF.
The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation even confirmed it was Hamas.
You people disgust me.
They confirmed it was Hamas.
There's no humanity with people like you, Emily. No humanity.
Intentionally lying and blaming the IDF.
I can't even handle your voice.
The IDF is the one who is assuring that there's humanitarian aid.
I'm an Armenian.
There are 11 million meals that have been distributed already. 11 million.
You are a genocider
and
a defender of genocide.
Foundation.
Disgusting.
I know you don't like facts, Anna, but this is the reality. The only person who is threatening, the only group that is threatening the distribution of aid is Hamas. That is who has been shooting at innocent Palestinians.
No military
themselves.
Israeli force. The most offensive part about this entire conversation is how people insult our intelligence as if we're morons and we don't see clearly what is happening on the ground right now. We see it clearly. The international community sees it clearly. The only reason why our politicians here in the United States back Israel, regardless of what it does, whether we're dealing with Democrats or Republicans, is because they're all bought. But the international community sees what's going on for what it is. And it is a genocide. There's an attempted ethnic cleansing. And I'm sorry, but Egypt's not interested in aiding and abetting the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians from Gaza on behalf of the Israeli government. Not interested.
No, actually, Egypt is not interested in welcoming the Palestinian people, which is why they bombed Rafah 20 years ago. But the mainstream media never spoke about it because it really didn't ruin the narrative. And the second point I want to say is if that argument, Anna, that you are using was used in the 1930s and 40s, that Jews should not be safely evacuated to the United States.
Right, I know. One trick pony.
They need to stay in Germany. They need to stay in Poland.
Otherwise, it's an ethnic cleansing. You're not going to silence my. You're not going to silence by invoking the Holocaust or calling me an anti-Semite. I don't. Okay, I see what's happening clearly. I'm going to speak up about it, and no one's going to shut me up. Period. End of story. We see what's going on. The entire international community sees what's happening. The Israeli government wants to genocide and ethnically cleanse Palestinians, not just from Gaza, but the West Bank too. Look at the terror they're dealing with in the West Bank. I just want to mention quickly that Emily is one of these Israelis who's going around doing propaganda tours on manufacturing consent for the United States to go to war with Iran on behalf of Israel. We can't make the same mistake that we did in Iraq. We should not go to war in Iran on behalf of Israel. If Israel wants to go to war with Iran,